Hi, everybody. We're back here with the midweek Bellino break on the music interviews with Clara. This time, we're returning to the subject of songwriting once again. And Clara is here with her cats to talk to us about songwriting. How you guys doing?
I'm doing great. We're doing great.
Good to hear. Good to hear. So, the last songwriting interview I really liked. You really enjoyed it. A lot of people also really enjoyed it. And I feel like we didn't, even though we covered a lot, there's always plenty more we can cover. And being that you are a great songwriter, I figured I'd rack your brain with a few more questions. First one, I know we talked a little bit about influences the first time around, but what are some more of your out there, underground, just little subtle influences?
Since you're asking about subtle influences, I think they're the influences that we all have them, right? We hear things in our childhood that we may not reflect. But so some of what I consider, great question, what I consider some of my subtle influences are things like Mahalia Jackson, who look her up. She was part of growing up. Also Chilean music, with this is Wally. Hi, Wally Boo. He's a subtle influence on my music. This guy is. La Misa Criolla was something I listened to a lot when I was a kid, and it's this. La Misa Criolla is I believe it's from Chile, and it's kind of a mass, but it's just beautiful voices. Bertolt Brecht songs, musical theater. I don't think I sound like anything like them, but those are all, I think everything that any of us have ever heard becomes part of what comes out of us. Paco Ibáñez, who is a Spanish songwriter, and I used to sing a couple covers of his in high school. I had a Spanish teacher who taught me some of his songs. So there are all these things that are not in the forefront. I mean, my not subtle influences, or people I would claim as my influences, are David Bowie, Leonard Cohen, Marian Faithfull, Debbie Harry. Those are not subtle influences, but all this other stuff that I've heard that not necessarily many people know or know about. I mean, a lot of people do know about, but not necessarily people who know me know that I ever listened to them. So there's some of them.
Do you find yourself writing with intent, or you just kind of write and you look back on it and realize, oh, that's what I was talking about? So is it more circumstantial or purposeful?
Both. I just write, and then in there, hopefully there's some kind of nugget I exploit, and then I have at times something that I have to talk about this. And so it's very intentional. And then I try to find a way to find a appealing, articulate, poetic, inviting way to express that. So I welcome any inspiration, whether it's intentional or just, falls on me somehow.
Okay, so I also know that in addition to songwriting, you do cover songs. What makes you choose a cover song? And when you do a cover song, how do you write the different arrangements out if you choose to alter it?
Well, that's another really good question. Cover songs are a challenge for me. I used to not really do that many cover songs, but what makes me choose a song is combination of things: the universality of it, the fact that I love the lyrics, the fact that I, sing along to it, and the fact that I want to share it. Beyond that, it's also, I don't pick just guy songs, but I love, if I'm going to pick a song to cover, I want to be able to give it my own twist. I don't try to copy. So I would never attempt, I think that would be arrogant of me because I can't sing anywhere like her. I would never do Respect from Aretha Franklin. She's done it. That's her. No, it's just an example. But so I pick songs, and for example, for recently, I'm so excited about this track we're going to have on the new album. I picked a song that Jacques Brel from France wrote, and I'm not even going to say which one it is, but I had the guitarist who played with me in LA said, oh my God, my wife was like, what is she going to do with that song? And I had this vision for it because it was sung by Petula Clark in the 60s, and it was just voice and piano. And I had this, I'm not going to do it like Petula Clark. What's the point? Petula Clark is Petula Clark. Nobody can be Petula Clark again, right? It's like she's awesome and she does her thing. But I had this vision of it being like more like an Al Green song. And so there's all your answers. I picked something that I like the subject. I like the song. I think the song is beautiful. I can do something else with it. If it's a guy song, if it's a song that a guy sung, I like to play on the gender thing. It's like I for a number of shows, I did a cover of Is This Love by Bob Marley. And I really liked playing on, well, I'm a woman singing, I want, it's such a guy's statement, but it can also be a woman's statement. So I like kind of bending the lyric, and I like that there's room if there's room for me to add my point of view and something else musically, then I pick the song.
Okay, cool. That's a very informative answer. It was really good to get some more songwriting tips, and I really do want to know more, so I might be thinking part 3.
Okay,
maybe?
Cool. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, cool. All right, so that's that brings an end to this midweek Bellino Break interview. Until then, we'll catch you next time. See ya.